When I saw Hoyler standing across from me and I'm about to go against this guy, got into full guard. Now I can control this dude for a couple seconds. I just felt like, oh, I got this. Let me just get this leg out. And hit him with the triangle. I knew that if I cinched that triangle up and I kept it cinched, there was no way he was gonna come out. A lot of people think that that first match was a fluke. From 2003 to now, my game is way better. Is his game better than it was? I don't know.
I see him as a very flexible with a lot of good skills, you know, and he got me. I think the people like to see the fight because they not believe what happened in the first round.
Getting a chance to beat him twice, that would be the ultimate glory.
He win, it's not gonna happen. I'm not walking to the fight to lose.
Gracie Veterano, old family first, fam. Taught the world to swing that double-edged sword, it works, fam. BJJ from GJJ, like Cool Herc gave birth to what your DJ plays. But despite the lineage, I will never be closed-minded. Refuse to see beyond the lines, you go blind. Rocker travels the 10th planet, I flow free. I'm welcome on mini-mats, gi to no gi. Though my branch traces roots to the original tree. Roots sprouted from the original seed. Water with blood, sweat, and tears, spotlight with sunlight. That tree became a forest, Tudo done right. Then Hoist dominated them all in one night. And hate-on hasn't been beaten in one fight. Flow with the goal, hit a hit on an holly note. That to continue to win, we must continue to grow. Let's go!
Cartwheel, son. I'll even do these. Check this out. Yes! 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 How about the... You're passing the golf. You're passing the golf. Yes! Yes!
Should have been a gymnast.
On the run, and I don't know where I'm ending up. Trekking the globe makes it hard for me to stay in touch. I'm on the run, cause I'm more than just the place I'm from. Taking control of my destiny is number one. I'm on a space trip to another side. Guerrilla tactics, actions louder than flows, with just a fraction of the anti-passive passion it holds.
The judge allows in evidence that Trayvon Martin did have marijuana in his system at the time he died. What difference, if any, does that make? Because I've seen too many felonies, and I don't mean pot sales or growing pot like this guy up in Connecticut. To me, it means that he is less likely to pick a fight with someone. I mean, people on pot shoot each other. Isn't it true that when you smoke pot, you just want to lay on the sofa and eat? People on pot kill families, wipe out a whole family. The common connotation pot goes with lethargy, with the munchies, with wanting to eat, with being laid back. not with chasing somebody down, jumping out from behind bushes, beating them in the head till they're pulpy, and basically starting Mortal Kombat. That's not what you typically equate with smoking a doobie. I've got to be drinking booze, or I've got to be smoking, or I've got to be high on pot.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get here. We're gonna break down. We're gonna break down the warm-ups. I don't like that now. Everyone, just sit down. Just sit down. Mike, light Armenian. Perfect. Now the warm-ups. F are the butterfly warm-ups. Butterfly guard is a guard that Jean-Jacques is my master. Jean-Jacques is the master of. Most of his guard play, it comes off of butterfly. He's going to take that overhook and he's going to stick that butterfly and he's going to go. If you defend, he's going to turn it into something else. Triangle, there's so much that you can turn. The cocoon position, overhook, butterfly, time to go. And everything I've learned from the butterfly guard and the overhook game comes from Jean-Jacques. It works way better in the gi, because you can grab the overhook and then grab the collar and then go, And those butterfly sweeps are easy. You're just like, you're just twisting them and turning. So much easier. The goal, most of the time for me playing in the gi, when I played in the gi, was to grab that over and grab that collar. When I started playing no gi, there's no collar. Damn, that's what I thought I was going to pull away. Edit that out. We can pause that shit right now. I'll pause that shit. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good, right? We're good. All right. Without the gi, the overhook. Damn! That's like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay, overhooks, no gi. The overhook game at first wasn't something that I gravitated towards. I thought there's no collar there. Without the gi, I'm going all underhooks. All underhooks, unless I already have the guy in full hook. Because those sweeps just aren't as easy when you can't grab the collar. So, then, I started to figure out that the overhook wasn't as powerful, no gi, but it did get him to open up and base out. And although the sweeps weren't happening right there in the beginning, no gi, they were opening up, and I could hit triangles from there. I would sweep, they would base, I'd catch, boom, hit a triangle. Then I thought, okay, I'm going to use these butterfly sweeps just to open up a guy, get him to base, bam, he bases, bam, boom. That's how I got Hoyle Gracie in Abu Dhabi. Just all Jean-Jacques, 101, right there. Grabbed the overhook, swept him, he based, grabbed that wrist, boom, triangle. So then I thought, okay, damn, I'm just going to use it to open him up now, just to get him to base. And then you hit the triangle. And you can do that. You can do that from hip bump sweeps. You could do that from butterfly sweeps. Any kind of sweep. When you sweep someone, they're going to base and they're going to stop. What are you going to do? You have a half a second. You're going to make something happen. You have to train your instincts to make it happen. It happened so quick, as a matter of fact, when I was backstage, I don't even know how I set it up. I was like, I have no idea. All I remember, the triangle was in and it was done. I did not remember. I didn't get hit in the head. Usually when you fight MMA and you get hit in the head 50 times, it's normal for guys. I don't remember round 3 to 5. That's normal. Like, yeah, dude, you got cracked. Of course. I didn't get cracked, and I still didn't remember. I was like, how the hell did I finish it? And then I had to watch back the tape. I'm like, oh, that's just John Jock stuff. And these warm-ups are are based on that, based on getting that overhook. And that overhook is hard to get, right? You cannot be smoking in the morning. So what I ended up finding out though is after a while you start to fake them so much that man, it's working. And then they were working at a higher rate, and I'm like, you know what? They don't work as good when you, as the gi version, but they work good enough that you could open a guy up and set something up, and a lot of times you get the sweep anyways. Maybe the sweep percentage goes down a little bit, but it's still crazy legit. And butterfly guard is what holds everything together. Butterfly guard is how you go from half guard to rubber guard. Butterfly's in the middle. You're not gonna go half guard and all the way to rubber guard. You gotta go half guard, stick a butterfly in, boom, and then from here, bam, then we go to full guard. There's like 10 steps and a lot of little adjustments in between. Butterfly guard is huge. Your butterflies have to be sticky. You have to have these basic sweeps down that we got on these warm-ups. They gotta be perfect. And again about these warm-ups is, in jiu-jitsu, it's so hard to hit the heavy bag with all the techniques that are in there. In striking, you learn how to throw a jab, you learn how to throw a right cross, uppercut, a hook. There ain't that many punches. You learn them, and then what do? You keep polishing them, you keep hitting the heavy bag. It's easy to work out boxing every day and get your bag work done and your mitt work. Jiu-jitsu, on the other hand, there's 75,000 moves. Which moves are you gonna hit the heavy bag with? You know what ends up happening? None. You get no bag work. You should hit it. You technically should hit heavy bag work, which is like hit every move all the time, every day. Warm up with every move. There's just too many damn moves. So we're left with a bunch of dudes just sparring, just like, let's just spar, and then progress that way. That's why in MMA, name me 5 guys that are known to be assassins with 3 different submissions. I bet you can't even name one. Ronda, exactly. A girl. Jesus Christ, there's hope for you. Yeah, there's no guy in MMA that's known for their submission.
Cody McKenzie.
Not like Ronda. Cody's won though. Yeah. Cody's won. Like he's got a McKenzie thing. There's one, and people think that's amazing. Paul Harris, he's got leg locks. Yeah. What is he known for? Exactly. You went, exactly. 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 No doubt. Joe Lozon is awesome, and he's pretty good at a lot of shit. But is he? I'm talking about being good at something where when they're talking about your fight in the pre-fight interview, they're going, if he can't stop that armbar, like they do with Ronda Rousey, every pre-fight is like, can Sarah McMahon stop that armbar? What is she doing? They're going to show. All of a sudden, it gets interesting. Not only does the fighter have weapons for him personally that's making him famous, but now all access is going to be focused on that. How is that dude going to stop that? Well, Sarah McMahon is working with Renato Laranja, trying to work on armbar defenses. Or that judo guy that used to train Ronda that's now making videos on how to stop her. You heard about that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her coach or just
Yeah, one of her own goes, you want to know how to stop the swim move. It's how to stop the swim move. Yeah. So that's part of the game, and that's drama, and that's but it's all because of the armbar. It's all because of a submission. What other fighter is there like that? And the only reason there isn't, every fighter should have 3 or 4 things that you better watch out. The only reason there isn't is They're doing battle ropes and shit. They're doing battle ropes. You take out the battle ropes. Just take out the battle ropes and replace that with, I'm gonna put in numbers and reps and drills. If you just take the fucking battle ropes out. Experiment. The battle ropes. Is it making you an amazing fighter? Don't take the battle ropes out. Take dragging logs up hills. Take that part out. And replace it in your fight camp with, this is where I get good at shit. You can start with shit you're already good at. I'm pretty good at a darts. I'm pretty good at a guillotine. I'm pretty good at that Marcelo team. Okay, your first mission is to be known for that. So take out the battle ropes and add your darts that you're already good at, your Marcelo team that you're already good at, and your triangles that you're already good at. And you know what? Let's get wicked with them. Where people are, they have to, let's get Ronda Rousey with them. Let's get, that's what we'll say. So you guys understand. How are we going to get Ronda Rousey with those 3 techniques? Any idea? Reps, practice, which people aren't doing. They're doing the battle ropes. Which is great. I'm not talking shit on battle ropes. I'm just bringing that up because they have no problem adding that shit. I'll add this 20 minutes a day or whatever. I say, why don't you practice submissions more? Shit that's actually going to win your fight. You understand? And how about you have 3 Ronda Rouseys? How about you have 7? Can it be done? Hell yeah, it can be done. Look at Marcelo Garcia. Hell yeah, it can be done. There's like early Marcelo, mid-2000s Marcelo, late Marcelo. If you pay attention, it's just adding, putting money in the bank every day, putting money in the bank every day, putting money in the bank, boom! Got a CD. He's a master of a new technique. Bam, let's get another $50,000 CD. Boom! Just bam, just stacking them up. Bam, stacking them up. There's no reason everybody can't be stacking them up. You got to write down the techniques that you're good at. And then let's be wicked at them. Then when you're wicked at them, you put them in the bank. You have to polish them still. You still got to hit the heavy bag. And then we move on. Then you start adding moves you suck at that other guys are good at. Man, my gator roll sucks. Or my Peruvian necktie sucks. Or my Japanese necktie sucks. Or my straight ankle lock. I don't even have one of those straight ankle locks. Your straight ankle lock should be Ronda Rousey. Why not? Wouldn't that be good in a fight? If you had some Ronda Rousey leg locks? Your leg lock should be Paul Harris. Why not? He just practiced them way more than you did. You're out there doing battle ropes and shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why not? Even if it's 45 minutes a week. You know how fast time flies? 45 minutes a week where I'm going to get good at shit I suck at. It's just practice. That's all it is. Right? The thing with jiu-jitsu, there's too many goddamn techniques. And how are we going to... You got to pick and you got to organize and say, you know what? These are the ones. Bam. Write them down. We're going to do them. And that's what the warm-ups are all about. I could have did 55 sets of warm-ups. We had 4 for a while. I thought, we can go 8. 8's the limit. 8. 8's just the tip of the iceberg, but a tip of an iceberg is huge. There's a lot of techniques in those 8 sets. Lots. We memorize them. We eliminate the teaching. That's the only way to add numbers. It's the only way to add reps is everyone's going to train the same amount of time. There's not going to be an extra day in class or an extra day in the week or an extra hour in the week. Everyone on average is going to train the same. You have your fight camp, you're going to train the same. So the only way to add more reps and more drills is we got to take out, we have 2 hours a week of drills. How do we add more drills? We take out the teaching. Take out the teaching. Just for the first 15 minutes. We get to, that's what those warm-ups are about. That's what this is all about. You guys get it? We're almost there, man. We're 90% there. Last night, warm-ups, we got them down to 15 minutes. Very little teaching. 1 minute of reviewing the technique, 3 minutes drilling. Pop, 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 pop. Buzzer goes off. 1 minute review. Here's the next one. Real quick, just 1 minute. Boom. And then 3 minutes, get as many drills as you can. More reps, more drills, more numbers. It's going to, over a period of 2 or 3, 4 years, watch what happens. I've already seen the results. It's the only way to do it, is to force y'all to memorize this shit. Okay, so now back to the lesson at hand. Now we're here. The first drill starts and just start music. No resistance, no resistance, no resistance. If you you have to know.
Is a technique that I've been doing while I'm passing in the open guard. This is something that I was just rolling and I thought, oh, it would be cool to do a flying twister roll. So you're rolling with your partner and you manage the distance with this arm. And from here, you step inside and you're just gonna do like a flying lockdown and then squeeze and extend. And then you're in the truck, right? Now from here, somehow his leg gets untangled, and I start losing the position. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide my right leg out, put my toes behind his knee, and then I'm gonna come up to a leg draft. And I'm gonna drive my knee and my toes are in between. Now, if I go through here and I pass, I'll have side. But if I stay here, the guy will turn to his knees where I have double underhooks. He goes, I put my knee between the elbow and the knee, and I step. I'm at the Sousa. Now I sit back, right, left, squeeze and extend. We're here. Somehow, he ends up untangling the leg. I'm losing it. Put this leg here. This leg is here. And then we go here. We're here. He rolls to his knees. Knee between the elbow and the knee. Step in between the legs. Over, under. Or, if he sits to this hip, then I roll over. It's very, and then I lose this, right? It's very important that when I'm here, I don't lose like this, and then he turns and he knee bars me. I need to keep, open your legs. I need to keep this here. So I go from here, I lose it, I'm here. And now I bring the leg in, and we have double underhooks. Now when you're here, same thing. This foot cannot come here. If he, yes, he has the knee bar. So I'm here.
Hey, we have an Eddie Bravo graphic. Is there any way you can? It's a no-brainer, common sense, because if there's $1 million on the line in a points match, and I get 2 points, I'm holding
Watching
like
paint dry.
an octopus on Anadrol 50.
Oh, no,
I am holding for that $1 million. I'm not taking a chance, right? You wouldn't even. You know, when I first, you guys knew me very well. You were right there at the change. You knew me very well before I started smoking weed. I was really, really against it. And then you knew me right when I got into it, and it just blew my mind. You guys must have thought I was the craziest motherfucker, because I would Xerox chapters of The Emperor Wears No Clothes by Jack Herrera, the book that changed my life. And I'd just take chapters, and I would sit someone in Jean-Jacques' locker room and say, hey, just read this, just read that. It's one chapter. I photocopied it, really easy to read. No one's going to read a whole book. So I would just be passing on. And everyone thought I was nuts. They thought I was crazy. He's losing his mind.
I think only Jiu-Jitsu can save him now.
You must have thought I was losing my mind, right? Come on. right?
I guess jiu-jitsu did save you.
You were already
all these years.
I was so against it. You knew me when I was violently against weed. I hated it. I always preached against it. I thought if you smoked, you were the biggest idiot ever. Like, why are you destroying your brain, dude? What the fuck are you doing? You're killing your lungs, man. You know. But then the whole change, right? I apologize for being pushy. I was trying to change everybody. I made people think that I just started with this conspiracy theory thing. Back then was when I was a purple belt. I don't know if you remember this, but I took a compilation. I made an 8-hour VHS tape, you know, one of those 8-hour ones. They were usually 6 hours, but you could fit 8 hours. I took 5 of the best conspiracy theory documentaries I could find, like the best one on UFOs. Just right down the line, all the best documentaries, and put them all together. And I called it, and I made maybe 20 copies, and I called it brain dirt. You know, because when you get brainwashed, you know, you don't want to be brainwashed. You want your brain dirty. So I called it brain dirt, and that's how crazy I was. I was passing out.
But
I was like a miniature Alex Jones.
You want to know how good jiu-jitsu did for you? Because at that time you're trained, you have no time to think about that. If you think about a UFO, you get choked. If you think about something else, you get an armbar. There we go.
If you think about a UFO, you'll get choked. That was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
That should be 10 Planet's new logo.
You have no time to think about those things when you train, man.
Dude, that's something Joey Diaz would say. That's how good that was. You know how strong that was?
You gotta be 100% in jiu-jitsu, man. Or you might be dreaming with UFO during the train. Just like what happened here.
It's even funnier.
20 minutes match. And I said, let's roll. Let's see where we're going to end up.
You feel comfortable because you know the confidence that you know he's not.
I want to put that in my driveway just to scare the fuck out of people. Hey, Brian, can we set up a GoPro on the werewolf, please?
Oh, yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Let's figure that out. That's your next project.
That is fucking terrifying.
Set up a GoPro for the werewolf.
Oh, got that
Werewolf in
drop
front.
cam.
Every time I walk in here, it bothers me.
Did you see the picture of Eddie Bravo? Eddie Bravo Radio used the podcast studio the other night. Powerful Jamie stepped in, saved the day. Eddie Bravo's computer crashed, and Eddie called me up like last minute. He's like, "Dude, I'm fucked. Like the podcast was in a half an hour, you know, and my computer's crashed." And so he came over and used this place. But when he did, he took all his clothes off and took a photo of him fucking the werewolf.
From behind.
Pull that shit up. Eddie Bravo
That's evil.
will commit to things in a way that very few people can. I love this fucking dude. He's so crazy. This is a total Eddie Bravo picture that he would send you. Like this epitomizes why I love this dude. This is one of the reasons why he got a job as a writer on the Man Show. Eddie Bravo's crazy. Look how he's committing to it. He's screaming at the top of his lungs. All of his clothes are off, and he's banging the werewolf from behind. It would have been a little bit better if he had like a little bit more of an angle so we could actually see his ass cheeks, so we know he's really, really naked. He's so crazy though. Look at him. He's so silly. I love that dude. Powerful Eddie Bravo. So,
all right, we're rolling.
You know what? I'm gonna pull my pants down and get more of the skull. I'm gonna pull my pants down. I'm gonna actually.
But it looks like he's howling because you're in his ass. That's why.
Yeah. Get the whole thing.
These motherfuckers scary.
You guys are gonna kind of get my butt cheeks.
Hold on. Oh, you want me to go at this angle?
Yeah, yeah. Well, no. Same angle, but a little bit.
Okay.
You have the same
Right
angle,
here.
but get the whole. But we got.
I got the whole guy.
I say way over there, because you're not gonna get the whole thing. You're gonna get the whole thing.
Yeah, I got it all. I can't see. Lift your shirt up. Lift your shirt up, dude. There you go. Yeah.
Hold on. Does it look like I'm banging him?
Yeah, it does. Ready? Yeah, dude. One more.
Can you see my ass?
Yeah.
I moved my pants down. It was too good. I couldn't resist.
That's pretty funny, dude.
You know what? We needed someone in his mouth. Can you imagine Joe Chalk in his mouth? Put your pants on, Joe Chalk. That would be hysterical.
I'm just gonna take next.
That would be hysterical. Can you imagine that?
Man, I gotta just stay. Me and this mother man is so ugly.
This thing's sick.
This is scary.
Where's my phone?
Here.
Imagine.
Make sure that one's you.
Imagine go home and find this in your yard.
Oh no.
Or your front door when you walk out, like you put it in
that's
your
crazy.
Jacka style.
My friend, jiu-jitsu will not work for this one.
Rip that shit show. There we go. Why the fuck is that? So why is it that there exist so many goddamn religions?
Bravo Radio, top motherfucking. Whatever. Oh, Eddie Bravo.
Take us, Summer! Again, Summer! Again!
Look at her. Oh my God, she's so stride.
Come on, Tori!
She got spider legs.
Yeah, watch that knee, Summer! Let's go! Watch your legs!
Like insects.
There you go, Summer! Got that knee in! Good girl! Take it down, Summer! There! Yes!
You know when they watch this and you're like, why didn't Chase shut up? He keeps talking.
Up on the mat, Summer! Yes!
Both your legs out, Summer. Both your legs out, Summer. Yes! Good.
There you go, Summer. Yes. There you go, Summer.
Matt's down.
Summer, straight to the left leg. Bring that hook. Bring it back inside. Summer, roll all the way to your right side.
Yeah, because I don't want to like roll back. Yeah.
Keep going.
There you go, Summer.
Summer, get those hooks off of you.
Yes, Summer.
You got a big cross, Summer. Don't cross.
Got a big cross, Summer. Body triangle.
Go, Summer. Big deep, Summer.
There you go, Summer.
Big deep, bro. Let's pass that guard. Push that leg down.
Get it up, dude.
Leg up, Summer.
Keep the foot up, man.
Left knee on the back, Summer.
She's tapping it. Bam. Did she get it?
Awesome. Hi. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. There it goes. Yeah, it fixed itself.
I don't know better.
Knock your triangle to the right. Ay, ay,
Now, the next one starts off exactly the same. From the cocoon here. There's a bunch of different positions that you could be in when you're playing butterfly guard. Just calling this one the cocoon. Right here. Okay, same thing. I'm aiming for that perfect control of tricep control here. Once I have this, man, it's going to be hard for him to stop this. And with this, not only am I clinching on his arm, but I'm bumping up here. See that? So I'm like, see that? But sometimes he bases, bam. And when he bases, we can do a couple things now. We can just grab that wrist here and go right to triangles here. Okay? Or you could switch it to an underhook and sweep to the other side. So bam, we swept him, he based. Yeah, look at my legs. My right foot retracted is already pushing up off the ground, trying to elevate him. I'm leaning that way, but now I'm just gonna. Now, I added the 2-on-1, just the basics of the 2-on-1 game that Marcelo's playing from butterfly guard. I added that to the warm-ups because, I mean, it's really easy. If Marcelo's really successful at something, you might want to add that. You might want to look into it. It's pretty, he's doing all the research and development for you. He's putting all his roles with anybody that rolls through his school. He's putting them on TV. He's on TV, on the internet, and he's, you know, you want to go roll with Marcelo, you can go roll with him, but he's going to put you on blast, and the whole world's going to watch that shit, all right? I knew that when I came in. I'm like, all right, here I come. I said, if he's going to film it, Rob, you film it too then, fuck it. We'll put it on my show. You know, so we went in there already filming. I'm like, let's do this. So, you just look at what he's doing. Everything that he's doing, like, okay, that's something that eventually we got to add, and we got to practice and master it and add. And the 2-on-1 game is like, we added it probably 8 months ago, and at first, I'm just teaching it, and that's how I add game to my personal game. That's how I add weapons to my personal game. When I roll, I got different things I'm working on a clinch here, working on a clinch there, trying to tap the scat as fast as I can, working on speed, trying to work on defense. I'm not always trying to get the gold medal when I roll. Sometimes let me survive in this spot. Let me just hang out here and work on my clinch here. I know I'm probably not going to get him, but you know what? I'm going to work on my clinch right here for like 2 minutes. Ooh, this is a good workout here, right? That's how, with techniques, it's really simple for me. This is a lazy way of doing it. Is instead of setting time aside and then, what you guys should be doing to add more reps to your game, I'm teaching 6 classes a week, and I teach seminars, 3-hour workshop on the weekends. I'm getting a lot of jiu-jitsu in. So what I do is I just start teaching this new stuff that I suck at. And I keep teaching it, keep teaching it, keep teaching it, and then it just pops up in my game. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, there it comes. I was waiting for you. I go, shit, this one took a while. Bam, 2-on-1, same thing. I was teaching it, teaching it, teaching it. Now, you're either gonna see me starting in quarter guard, which is, he's like, this, I always just fall to my back. If he wants to pull guard, I'll get on top. But I like to start from level 1. I want to get on top. For me personally, if I go, and then he pulls guard, I don't think, you know how valuable this top position is? You think you're just going to get this top position in competitions, it's going to be easy? You know how many wrestlers there are out there that don't want to get with the top position? It's tough. So I like to practice from the worst case scenario. I'm going to work my top game if I sweep him. So I always start quarter guard. He's not going to give me the whole lot. He's not going to give me that. He's going to give me. That's how I start. I like to start from right here. Them smashing me, they're all over me. I like to see what they can do for a couple minutes. Get it all out. Show me all your looks. And then I'll make something happen. Then I'll be banging. General. But now with the 2-on-1, damn! I got a new way to start, and I'm loving it. I'm starting just like Marcelo now does. So if I'm either going to jump for that quarter guard, or I'm going to grab this 2-on-1 here with the foot on the hip. I saw Marcelo Garcia doing this, and then he had total control here and hit a triangle from here. And I thought, man, that's pretty badass, and that's only going to work like 2 times tops on the guy. But what it does is, once the guy sees you do it, you're going to try it, he's going to...
Yo, my name is Richie Boogeyman Martinez. My name is Giovanni Martinez. They call me Freakazoid. And we're at 10 Planet Vista. I got into jiu-jitsu by a friend. Ryan wanted us to teach breakdancing at 10 Planet Vista, and he would teach us jiu-jitsu. So we just started teaching our dance classes here, and eventually we just started doing jiu-jitsu. And ever since, we haven't looked back, and we've just been training all day, every day.
They are still in heavy training, but not only jiu-jitsu being their passion, they do love to breakdance.
I went to go support him in his first jiu-jitsu tournament, and after that, I fell in love with the sport. You know, he was only doing it for like 2 months, and I believe he entered the blue belt tournament, and he just dominated, and I knew it was because of the breakdancing, and it just inspired me to like get into it as well.
You know, my brother inspired me a lot. You know, he started with his jiu-jitsu and started catching up to us really fast. You know, and then he started doing MMA, and he's still dancing. So to me, that was, that's very inspiring to be able to do 3 different arts or at the same time. You know, he's never stops training. He's constantly training his b-boy. He's still entering battles, and he's still fighting MMA and doing jiu-jitsu tournaments. So to me, I couldn't handle that right now. You know, I'm just dancing and doing jiu-jitsu mainly right now. So I feel like the MMA it's a whole different level. You know, and it adds a lot to something we weren't doing before, and I respect that a lot from him.
I was just doing breakdancing, trying to become the best b-boy there is, and I just kept on pushing my body and stuff. But once, like I said earlier about being competitive, like if I do something, I'm gonna try to be the best. So no matter what, that drives me to find the time, to find the energy, to find the passion. I always want to prove myself, to push myself to the next level. And that's what makes me find the time. I just want to keep on pushing myself, want to be the best at all of them.
Boogeyman's next fight is February 8th in Mexicali.
gentlemen, the War Master, Josh Barnett.
Side chokes can be applied fairly quickly, but they're not the speediest of chokes. I have a pretty quick one from certain positions, but it's not as fast as like a sleeper. A sleeper you can slip in real hard, real quick, or a front choke, something like that. Those are quick. Those are really fast, sneaky chokes. These ones can be sneaky, but you feel the setup before it goes. Yeah. If you wrestle long enough, you better be able to feel if that's coming. Anytime you know your arms across, it's like when you're in someone's guard. Oh, I can feel my elbows across. You should know that after some years. That should be instinctive. So at any rate, side chokes. The way you beat them is one, first off, be aware of where the hell you're at. If you let your arm get across, you should know that as soon as it happened. Number two, be faster than the lock. So as he's here, if he wants to try and finish it with the knee on, I'm going to shove that thing off. Which may seem like, oh, that's just fucking worse. But it's not, you'll see. So as his knee's on, as he's gonna try and finish, I'm gonna punch, and look at my hand. It's not down here. My hand is up. I'm gonna reach with this hand too, and I'm going to turn and hip heist and drive. Not in position, I'm not rolling over. There's no power that way. My hips are gonna end up over where Mr. VDX is. As I come, I'm going to punch this arm through. So now we're on top. Nice. That's pretty cool, but if I can break his grip as I go through, I'll arm lock him on the back side. So as we go here, as I run, he's still on and rolled over. But if he stays on his all fours, go back. If I punch this off, and he tries to keep his base, I take this on the way out. That'll make him roll probably anyways. So then when he rolls, try to keep this arm, drive into it, and finish a straight arm lock, and jump over your double wrist.
My guys can't do that. They're too low level.
But the key is, so here we are, let's say he's inside control. We're futzing around, and I go, oh, I want to get out of here. Oops, what the fuck? Okay. All right, first off, don't let him get over. He starts getting over.
If the guy's mounting you, if you can't get him off the mount, he's got his ankles crossed and skydive, you can't do this, right?
If he's mounted on me?
Yeah.
Well,
if you can't get him off the mount?
Then I've got to work my way to the floor. Even still, as soon as I feel him get to here, my key is not to stay here and just be able to hang out and survive. My key is change my angle. Turn. If I try to put my elbow on the floor, not going to happen. His head's down. That's it. Not going to happen. If I'm really flexible, maybe I could. But if I can turn my hips, leverage, now I'm bumping him into his lap, now I can get my elbow down. Yeah. Now I'm no longer getting choked. I am mounted. So while I'm here, I might as well think about continuing to create space and get to his legs.
Beautiful. Josh Barnett, ladies and gentlemen.
The key is, this is a tight lock. This is a hold. I mean, look at it. It has no incentive to leave this position at all. So the worst thing I think I can do is to stay here, even if I'm surviving, and allow him to be in this dominant position. This doesn't suck for him, it sucks for me. Let's say he's up 2-0. Holds this thing for the end of the match. I lost. Never got out of here. Or you get tapped. You didn't do shit. You just sat there and survived. If this was all day, you'd lose. He can just lever, shove his weight into me and not squeeze. He didn't have to spend any energy. So as soon as you get into here, you're like, fuck that. I'm not staying.
Let's go, guys. Let's do it. Back and forth. Let's go. We're going to go live with this real soon. So get those defensive reps in.
Right on your back.
What's your relationship with Joe Rogan now? Like, I know you guys are both really busy, but I know you guys were like roll dogs for the longest time.
Yeah. When we were both single and we didn't have kids, oh man, we hung out together
Bananas.
all the time, man. It was insane. But he's married. I'm married. He's got 3 kids. I have a son, and I don't hang out with anybody. I hang
It's
out with
family
my
and
son.
work, right?
My best friend is my son. That's my best friend right
How many
there.
kids do you have?
1.
Just one. How old's your son?
He's 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. So I don't hang out with anybody. I just go teach, come back and hang out with Draco. Go teach or go to the gym and come back. Because it's gym, Draco. Teach, Draco. That's it. That's all I do.
Now, I know a lot.
And the podcast. I do that too.
Right, and you do that every Sundays, is it?
Sunday nights, yeah.
Sunday nights. And then what's the concept of your actual podcast? Is it more like long form conversational with just Alder and the rest of them?
It's like Joe Rogan's podcast, except instead of just having one co-host, like he has Red Band, I have 3.
Sure.
And we have guests, and we just bullshit. It's called Eddie Bravo Radio. You could go to iTunes or Stitcher and download it, and we're having fun with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
Now, as we shifting towards the fight game, boxing, MMA, or even jiu-jitsu organizations, there's always trifling things that go under. Could you share the story when, not so much by ethnicity, but the Japanese hit you up to fight a particular someone at a particular organization and you were supposed to win? How did that come about?
I knew a guy named Eddie from the fight game where I used to commentate for King of the Cage, and he said, "Hey man, some guy from this big organization in Japan wants to talk to you about doing a grappling match on an MMA show." And
it was strictly grappling. It wasn't an MMA
initially.
fight. Okay, initially.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he goes, he set it up. Eddie set it up. We met at the Beverly Wilshire, and Japanese guy with shades, super Yakuza looking, and he
straight out of the fucking movies.
Said, yeah, it was crazy. He said, "We want you to fight Takoro, right? In the grappling match." I said, "Okay." And he goes, "Well, what about if we made it an MMA match, but we had you win?" I said, "First of all, I don't do MMA, and
right.
And what do you mean?" And I look over at Eddie, and he goes, "Well, we'll make you look good. We want to make you a big star in Japan. We want to get you a record deal in Japan, and we'll set up a meeting with Sony Records."
Bing, record deal.
I'm like, these guys are pretty smart. I don't fight MMA. And he goes, "Well, how much to get you to fight, and we'll make sure you win? How much?" And I said, "Hey, you give me $85,000, I'll fight MMA. Cash." He gets on his phone, he goes, "Done." And I'm like, damn. I go, "Wait a minute." So then I said, there's no way I was going to do a fake fight, but he kept saying, and I said, I didn't want to do a fake fight. And I said, "Well, I'm going to need at least 6 months to train." He goes, "Oh, no, we got to do this next month." I go, no, I got to do this. He goes, "I need to train, man. I need it." He goes, "You're going to win. You don't need to train. We're going to make it so that you win." And I thought right there, I'm being set up. I go, this is bullshit. So I just went along with the conversation, and I just never spoke to him ever since. I'm not going to be involved in that kind of shit,
Wasn't John McCarthy also offered to fight like Takada? That was kind of like the rumors.
That's what he said. He said, I think.
Actually, in your podcast, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, there's always like 2-3 sides into an organization. Did you ever encounter that with the Sheik with the Abu Dhabis? Were there any like offers to fight?
No. Like
fairly clean.
There's no bullshit. The only kind of bullshit there ever was in Abu Dhabi was between the actual combatants. Like Gracie Baja, if they would fight each other, if they would meet up each other, someone would bow out, and it would be like an exhibition match.
I'm gonna make.
It had nothing to do with the Sheik. The Sheik is not down for any kind of fixing at all.
Right, because he's fairly disciplined, honors the art.
Yeah.
The Sheik is the Sheik.
Yeah, he's not involved in any like faking fights or anything like that. He wants to see the real shit. He doesn't care about fake shit. He's got enough money. He just like, what is he gonna fake shit to win money? Like,
right.
That's not what it's about for him.
Aim for the head, go
for the throat, one for the money and two for the show. Shooting like stars to travel the globe. Zooming your view like a Truman alone. Root of the bone, roof getting blown. All for this motherfucker bury my soul. Now that you know, take it in stride. Nobody's gonna make it out alive. You're probably gonna wanna pray to Christ. Take a moment to breathe and heed advice. Weaving these webs to seeds of lies. Attracts every angle, creed and type. I knew that I couldn't believe the hype. I knew I had to see it in a different light. I knew I gotta...
Any of you guys watching Mob Wives? You guys nobody watches Mob Wives? You gotta, seriously, I know it sounds like, oh, I hate those reality shows. Mob Wives is like no other reality show ever. I thought that after 3 seasons, they run out of material. I thought I'm not even gonna watch the new one. I watched one episode, I go, how are they gonna do this? They did it. They got some intense shit going on. They need some jujitsu because there's a bunch of ladies who's talking about, I'll fucking bury you. You know who the fuck I am? I'll fucking bury you. The last episode, chick went behind her and headlocked her, man. It was nice. She went like this, go, fuck you, bitch. Like that. She was like pulling her hair. Like, God damn. One of them takes boxing lessons because she wants to beat up another chick. It's beautiful. It's not like Jersey Shore. They have actual fights in Mob Wives. Old ladies fighting. And some of them are kind of hot, too. Anyway, that's just a little recommendation for all y'all. I know you guys are all in the Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones and all that shit. Dude, Mob Wives, trust me, crushes all that. Anyway, that's just a little something from me to you. Derek, no Mob Wives for you. Are you allowed to watch Breaking Bad? Okay. So Mob Wives is worse than that, so I don't need you watching Mob Wives, all right? You'll never date a girl after you watch Mob Wives. You're gonna be like, enough women. No bitch ever talk to me like that. Fuck that bitch. Like these Italian chicks that they're just so proud of, like their father's in the mob and shit, and their father killed people and murdered people. They're so proud of that. They're like, he's my dad. Anyway, last one. He's my dad. Now, the last 2-on-1 drill started where he made the move. He raises a leg, and we go here. Bam. This one's different. Now, I'm going to engage. He ain't doing shit. I'm going to engage here. So he raises the same side leg because he knows I can take him that way. So that's the proper basic defense. Right? If he had this knee down, if I grab this and he raised the other knee, that's not good for him. Do you understand? It's just basic understanding of what you got available to. So now he doesn't raise shit. So I grab this, he raises that side. So immediately, lightning quick, he gave me the butterfly on that side. So I don't have time to get that 2-on-1 grip. I don't need to. All I'm gonna do is run, but you sure can't hide.
Where you're going, you're not coming back from.
You're talking about people's freedom. Listen, the only thing you could be president of is Disneyland because you are in another world. You don't make any sense.
All right. Let me come back to the Libertarian candidate for President of the United States, former Congressman Ron Paul. Ron, what's wrong with taking away some drug dealers now notice I'm saying, yacht or limousine when drugs are found aboard? I mean, I happen to like zero tolerance.
Well, zero tolerance has been real good for our movement, too. Finally, the people got fed up and realized that zero tolerance
was total destruction of privacy in the Constitution. So we're delighted with it. This is now the mayor of Baltimore and the mayor of Washington now has come out and said, you know, maybe we better look at the libertarian alternative. They say maybe the drug laws aren't working. Maybe we should look for freedom and liberty as an explanation on letting the responsibility go back to the individual to make decisions about eating habits, sexual habits, smoking habits. Oh, hush.
Probably got beautiful cars.
You know, we tried that in the 60s, and that's
yeah,
what got
well,
us
you
in
don't
the jam
understand
we are
what
in
freedom
today.
is all about.
No,
and
you don't
freedom works
understand about the streets. I can tell you about what goes
we
on
all
on
know
the
about
streets.
the streets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can tell.
That's right.
The drug laws
Yeah.
created the streets.
Before you were
People
born,
like you
we knew
create
about
the
the streets.
problem.
Joe,
You're
before
the
you were born.
problem. You're the
Joe,
problem.
before you were
Joe,
born.
Joe, too bad you
Wait a
give
second,
the...
Lisa, let me ask Joe, do you have any problem with revoking driver's licenses of drug users or searching a house given probable cause?
I have no problem with that. I have no problem
And
with
shooting
taking
them
their
too?
liberty away because
And
they've given
shooting
it.
them?
I have no problem.
And shooting them?
If they
When
shoot
they don't
it,
have drugs?
if they
Because
shoot
they
it,
made a
if
mistake?
they shoot at me, my friend,
Because
their
they made a
ass is
mistake,
mine.
you
I'll
shoot
tell you
them?
that right
well,
now.
they'll be in and check on you and your religion and call it a cult.
You come right ahead, my friend, and
They'll
check
call
on
it
me.
a cult and
I'll
they'll put
stand a
you out
better
of
check
business.
than you will, you stupid idiot, you.
You know, I love the thinking machine called the liberal brain. No guns. Guns are terrible. Defense against guns, all right? Who do we read in the paper? Shot a guy, Carl Rowland. Carl Rowland, who's been saying no, we should have guns.
Put the money where the loudmouths are.
They're a bunch of hypocrites.
Let's put the money
We
where
have
the
not
loudmouths are.
yet. Wait a minute. You got your piece. Can I
Are
say
you
one
from the
thing?
Hells Angels?
No.
Yeah. Where are you from? You from the Hells Angels? I never heard of it. You sound like a Hells Angel.
I guess your brain is too fried by drugs
Hey.
to read
Oh,
Guardian.
yeah, big deal.
I can't wait.
Joe,
Wouldn't it be a wonderful thing for this guy to be president and get into a debate with somebody from Russia? Can you hear this guy screaming?
Well, at least I wouldn't be from George Bush and the CIA
Shut up.
dealing in drugs, right,
This
folks?
guy's unbelievable.
Right? Yeah, George Bush and the CIA dealing in drugs. It'll be a lot better debate.
Before we start to legalize drugs, Mort, I would like to at
Let's
least...
legalize freedom. We don't want to legalize drugs. We want to legalize
Freedom.
freedom of choice.
You want to give it away. Who do you want to surrender to, Peru?
Freedom, liberty.
Let's at least, before we give in to this idea of legalizing drugs,
Let's
which is
fight
going to
the war.
create
Oh, you
war,
shut up a minute, Otto.
let us fight a real war
All right.
with real truth, make a real commitment, and get these phony hypocrites out of there.
You're the 50% of the people in prisons have to rob
How
in
much
order to get the
legal
money to
drugs are you
buy
gonna
the
give a
drugs.
person?
Let me
to keep the
introduce this
CIA
gentleman.
fighting their illegal war.
Let me go to loudmouth number 2. Mr. Ostrowski, would you? Go ahead, Colonel.
If we keep going back to Bush and the CIA and the illegal wars,
You
it was
bring
the
it up,
liberal
Lewis.
Congress, Mr. President, that caused the executive branch.
Thank you. Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you.
the liberal Congress
Hey.
that caused Ollie North to have to go over on an Irish
And
passport. to try
disobey
to
the
get-
Constitution
try to
is
get
what he
people
did.
out.
And the fact that a nut like you can run.
Tell the Constitution up and threw it in the trash.
It's
That's
either
what you're
right
doing,
or it's
kid.
wrong, and you're
Oh,
wrong.
Lonnie.
The fact
And
that a nut like you can run for president shows just how much freedom we have.
And destroyed our Constitution. Matter of fact, he had a plan to rewrite the
Vote for
Constitution.
it, but it won't be for Ron Paul.
Bo,
Vote for
let
tyranny.
me ask you something. 1964, and you got this jaboni in the White House. Would you go over to Vietnam and serve for him?
No, there would be no Vietnam wars if the libertarians are
There'd be no nation. There'd be no nation. There'd be no
money here at home.
We'll be back in a second. Get out of here. I would like to come to the Libertarian presidential candidate.
Yes, I think we deserve a minute on what you indicated. You said if the libertarians in charge, there would be no America. Clearly, let me challenge some of you who may be even leaning toward the conservative philosophy. Ask me why we still finance the communists. Ask me why 70% of the military budget is spent overseas. Ask me why the good airplanes are overseas and the lousy airplanes are not here in the lousy airplanes are in the Air National Guard. I would say clean out the State Department, spend more money on our national defense, have an anti-communist policy, don't sign these treaties with the Soviets, don't extend loans to the Soviet Union, and not to fight these wars with the funds we raise from the illegal drugs. So under the libertarian society, no, we don't fight Vietnam wars, we don't fight the Korean wars, we fight wars to defend America, and we stand for America, we stand for freedom.
We get high.
Yes, we get high. We get high, Mark. We get high on the ideas of freedom. We get high because freedom and liberty is worth defending. Just say no. Assume the responsibility of yourself. Don't assume the government makes your decision. You say no. Don't say the government. You say no. You have the courage to do it.
I think I detect his voice changing. Maybe his cojones are getting small.
No No's Against Drugs. It's a program geared primarily down to kindergarten. We do it through music, a cartoon character called Little No-No the Drug Fighter. No one else in the United States is giving us a hand.
Is a tyrannical approach to solving a social medical problem, and we endorse the idea of voluntarism and self-responsibility, family, friends, and churches to solve problems, rather than saying some monolithic government is going to make you take care of yourself and be a better person. It's a preposterous notion. It never worked. It never will. The government can't make you a better person. It can't make you follow good habits. Why don't they put you on a diet? You're a little overweight, and I think you'd be in better health.
You're a little choked out. You want to make president. You're a little choked out.
You know, I'm tired of people like you.
Have the government do
I'm
that.
tired of people like you using the Constitution to do whatever you want to do. If we legalize drugs, we're giving up on the whole country.
So we already did polishing warm-ups D, the stand-up passes, and we already have a tweak to it. The M1s, I don't really want to do them from quarter to. I want to do the M1s from where the bottom person is laying flat on their back, and they have their butterflies in, 50% butterflies, and this is I think the ultimate M1 starting position to get the drills in. All right, just like this. Guy on the bottom has butterflies in. We start both hands on the knees. Is that what we're going to start? We can knee pummel. If you want to add knee pummel and then this, we can add knee pummel here. And then we go back in. Maybe a knee pummel each, right? Maybe here, here, here. And she puts them back. And then it's just pop, pop, and then kick out and around. And then we do the double knee skip belly, or belly skips to the Grammy, the outside Grammy, all right? So, but you can, I think this is the best one. Here, kick out and around, bam. She grabs it away. Okay. She puts it back in. Hop, hop, kick out, boom. You see how I'm pushing that knee out of the way? That's huge, massive. Bam, kick out and around, bam. Bam. Start here, here, here. That's how the M1s from the warm-ups D are gonna start, the standing passes. That's a new tweak.
Professor, does this ever get boring to you?
Olha pro filme, vai lá.
Never. Ah, não, quer fazer 5 aulas. Ah, dá, deixa eu sair dessa aqui.
Vai lá, Carlinhos, vai lá pro filme, vai lá. Vai lá, Carlinhos.
Não, corta aí.
Hey.
Getting this good, but smart guy, you know, walking still, they do that. They're like, they're like me. I wish I could have pulled it off. We got the song section. Yeah. Thank you. That's great. $4 come out of the house. Me. What level was that? That was level. Second gear. No, not you. I got it. All right, very good. How about you? Yeah, well.
And like I was saying before, can we kill that music?
Oh, I kill the music.
It's a good jam. Who was that?
Me.
You got text me Jay-Z. I heard something. Anyways, guys, like I said, Jeremy, he's done a fantastic job. Not only, more than fantastic. I mean, very few of my students have been as hardcore as Jeremy Fields, holding up that 10th Planet band. I mean, super hardcore, almost gangster-like. Like a cholo, like, you know what I'm saying? It's Mobb Deep with 10th Planet, you know what I mean? man, we've had some private conversations about different things, and in those conversations, he just bleeds for the team, you know, and that's what 10th Planet is, man. 10th Planet is, when you see someone wearing 10th Planet, it's like, oh, those dudes, they do a lot of different stuff. They're open-minded. They're out for the best possible style, no-gi. They're open-minded, and it's a team. And it's not Eddie Bravo's jiu-jitsu. For some reason, I always just felt like Eddie Bravo jiu-jitsu just sounds like it's really my jiu-jitsu. It's a team. A lot of guys put I can't do this alone. I can't do this without guys like Jeremy and guys like Danny and guys like Einstein. It's a team. I founded it. Someone had to start the team. But man, the chapters over the next 20 years are going to be written by people that I had nothing to do with. There's guys out there repping 10th Planet that don't even know about Eddie Bravo or anything. That's a beautiful thing. It's a team. Someone wins in Rochester, they feel it here in Corona. Someone wins up in Winnipeg, they feel it in Melbourne. You know, that's the thing I always admire about Nobody You Know It, man. Those guys are hardcore. They're a team. There's no name on it. You know, no one's putting their name. It's like, you know what? Let's get our egos out. Just create a team where we all win and we all stick together. And it's a true brotherhood. That's what I'm trying to create. I think that's just cooler. You know what I mean? It's cool instead of like putting your name, like Jeremy Fields, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Come on, you know, that'd be, exactly.
Dumb.
Well,
dumb.
So that's what, and again, Jeremy's so hardcore, he's raising these hardcore beasts, he's competing at everything. He's just so hardcore. He's self-motivated, he's an entrepreneur, he can make things happen on his own. He's the full package. He's an OG bomb squad alumni. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. I said that right? Sometimes I fumble. What year did you come by? 05, 06?
Oh, yeah. 05, 06.
Something like that?
7, 8.
Man, you know, I wish every moonhead was as hardcore as Jeremy Fields. It's made of hemp. Turn it!
Expecting this, that's for sure. I just work, you know what I mean? That's all I do is work. So you'll continue to see me working. Don't worry about that. You'll see these stripes grow. So
yeah.
Just like our jiu-jitsu, we grow just like in time. You know, might not be the right time for you guys now. Might not be the right place, but there's always the right time and the right place. So just keep putting in those hours, man. Keep putting in those reps, and you know, a white belt is definitely become a black belt. So. Again, thank you guys, man. I can't do it without my man here, Eddie. You know, I can't do it without any of you guys. You guys are all my strength, my family. I thank my family so much. But you know, I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. And I will keep doing it for you guys. So
Congrats, big dog. Yeah.